My daughter asked for a fish, and God's creative design suddenly became apparent to me. I never had a pet growing up, it just wasn't a thing. So when my daughter said she wanted a fish, I knew, well, we'll need a fish tank. So we bought the fish tank about a week before we decided what type of fish we wanted. And we cleaned the tank, primed it, and got it ready. And then a week later, we went out and bought the fish, brought it home, did a lot of research on how to feed it and keep it alive. And then somehow, I read in the book of Psalms about the sun. And it just stuck out to me that David in the book of Psalms was talking about the sun billions of years before the sun became apparent, before the sun became manifested in the New Testament as Jesus Christ. So I went back to the book of Genesis, and I remembered in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's John. And then in the book of Genesis it says, the world was without form and void, and darkness covered the face of the deep. And then God said, let there be light. So let there be light came a long time before let us make man. And this just began to unfold in front of my own very eyes, that the Christ was present in creation, and he created the light that made it possible for men to exist. And he said, let us make man. So just like a child goes to the father and says, hey, can we get a fish tank or a dog or a puppy or a pig? The son wanted companionship. He wanted brothers. He wanted friends. And when he said, let us make man, that was the word of God. That was Jesus. And within those words lies our existence. So on the inside of the word of God, which is Jesus Christ, was the need for us. We went to the fish store, and my daughter picked the fish that she wanted. She liked this one because it was speckled, and it had some parts that were white and some parts that were gold, and it was unique and different from all the others. And I went on with it. I said, yes, let's get the fish. Let's get the fish home to the tank that I already made available for this fish. And now it's my job to take care of this fish, because my daughter is 5. It's my job to clean the tank when it's dirty. We've done that a few times. It's a new tank, and I did not know that new tanks get dirty quickly before they become established. You have to monitor the temperature. You have to monitor the feed, make sure the fish is okay and not dying. There's so much that goes into it in the first few weeks until the tank becomes established. Well, guess what? The same with man. Man needed time to grow, to mature, to understand the word of God. He needed time to fail, flourish, thrive, fall, rise up again. And we see that all throughout the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. So within the Son was us. We existed in the Son, and he brought us forth with his word. He wanted us. So it made sense that when we needed to be redeemed, when we needed to be washed, when we needed to be renewed, he gave himself. He came down to die for us to be redeemed, but he didn't just do that. He also left his spirit with us, that we may be reconciled and we may become one again with the Father through him living in us, him becoming one spirit with our spirit, so that we go back to that moment in creation when he said, let us make man. I'm not sure why he took a fish tank and a little goldfish, but if we look around our lives,